Hi, this is a weekly RV report for the week of February 21st, 2025. Thanks for joining in. As always, lots to cover. So if you are new, please do like, subscribe, and share so we can get this knowledge out to new people. Here we go in order of the different countries we're going to cover, starting with Iraq. 17 laws are set to be passed today. We are not yet aware of the specifics of the laws, but as information becomes available, we will bring it to you as always. Al Sudani is about to be removed due to him not playing ball with President Trump, as well as being complicit in corruption alongside the proxies and militias that are also set to be removed. Iraq's central bank told every Iraqi citizen that they cannot currently trade cryptocurrency. Additionally, President Latif Jamal Rashid has effectively signed into law the budget amendment for salaries that was actually published in the Iraq Gazette on Monday, February 17th, which we put in our telegram for posterity. The Gazette published the official article 4814 on Monday. This would be, for you folks unfamiliar, the equivalency to our Federal Registry in America when an executive order is signed and approved. Another possible scenario that we may see happening is President Trump will work with the military in order to freeze the corrupt assets and bank accounts, as well as the money, and begin to return it and the flow to the Iraqi people, just like we're doing here in America. As you know, we've always said the countries copy each other. This way, they can mutually benefit in the same manner that we are, not to mention the fact that the oil annuities, both the Iraqi citizens as well as the Kurdistan faction will receive, in addition to a one-to-one exchange rate on their dinar in country. In Vietnam, President Trump said this week on BRICS News that we posted in our telegram that he and President Xi are great friends and that they are currently negotiating a new trade deal that is reciprocal in nature for both the U.S. and China. You can bet this agreement includes some type of peace deal between China and Taiwan for this season and time, whereby the Vietnamese people will ultimately be blessed and their currency will be reinstated. Vietnam additionally is poised for an 8% aggressive GDP growth for 2025. That's on top of the long-standing 34% GDP growth year over year, which equates to a total of a 42% growth over the last 15 years. No surprise, in part to their elite workforce, their vast resources, no country debt, and a currency that's set to thrive alongside the dinar. For Zimbabwe, President Trump is showing very vocal support for the continent of South Africa. This is a definite comp specifically pointed towards the country of Zimbabwe, more specifically Nelson Chamisa. In fact, Nelson Chamisa came out on X this week, which we also posted on our telegram, and said that, quote, it's just a matter of time before Zimbabwe is fully restored and that peace and prosperity is once again in place and they are happy again, signaling his inevitable return as the rightful president of Zimbabwe. They indeed have the gold. On Venezuela's side, for those of you who are Boulevard lovers like us, you also hear President Trump vocally supporting Venezuela and aiding in restoring their country to peace and prosperity through a number of initiatives. It's interesting to note that there's a burgeoning candidate we need to keep our eye keenly on, and her name is Maria Corina Machado Parisca. She was born October 7th, 1967, is a Venezuelan politician and an industrial engineer who is currently the opposition leader in Venezuela. She served as an elected member of the National Assembly of Venezuela from 2011 to 2014. On August 1st last year, Machado published a letter in the Wall Street Journal stating that she had gone into hiding, quote, fearing for her life, her freedom, and that of her fellow countrymen from the dictatorship of Nicolas Maduro. Parishka is thought to be the perennial favorite within her country to be selected to oust Maduro in the next election, or if new elections are held altogether, due to fraud. According to many sources on X, namely Majid and XRP Queen, Ripple is set to be exonerated and released from any wrongdoing by the SEC in the fraudulent case against them within the next 48 hours. This would ostensibly set XRP free on many levels and allow them to interconnect to the BRICS currencies, as well as more importantly, to the ISO 20022 QFS digital financial system that is backed by said precious metals. And speaking of precious metals, gold has surged in price at 50% in just 14 months, which is an all-time high. The global gold market cap has shattered records, hitting a staggering 20 trillion for the first time in history. Silver is also up on the move, approaching all-time highs once again. Many believe, to include Bill Holter, that silver will mirror and eventually surpass the price of gold, given its vast use in AI, robotics, and manufacturing. And to be clear, folks, for the record, we have always said and maintained that gold will have a revaluation and will trigger the reset of the bonds, currencies, cryptos, and many other things. It is, after all, the baseline for interconnecting the aforementioned mechanisms. And it's also God's money, Haggai 2:8, which says the gold and silver is mine. So it only makes sense that it all starts with precious metals that backs and not only pegs to everything else, which we've also mentioned. So it does it for the weekly RV report. We pray this blessed you in a very short and succinct period of time. As any specific or important updates come of breaking news, we will bring that out to you, but that does it for the week. Stay tuned, stay frosty, stay excited, and we will continue to move forward towards the inevitable finish line. Take care. Goodbye for now.